Rolling.
Okay, action. And bob a little bit. Sean, come on down. Al over a little. Sean. Pause a bit, look all around. Here, here. Lock, forward. Cut. How's that?
That was good.
Great. Okay, we got it.
You know, I said, well, I hear you're making a film, and he showed me the script, and I remember this scene where a monkey bit the head off a snake and drank from it like from a cup, and I thought, man, this guy is crazy. And well, that's just about my speed. So I said, all right, look, we have to talk.
Blair's energy sort of inspired myself and several other people to give up our jobs and everything that we were working on. I was involved in the theater in Philadelphia and directing plays and doing a lot of painting at that time as well. And I quit all my jobs, gave up everything, and left for California with 3 other people in a beat-up old van.
My first 2 weeks in California, actually, I sat down and I typed out the entire screenplay for Jugular Wine. And I wrote the part of Legion originally for the singer Iggy Pop. And I approached his agent, and he put me on the phone with him, and he agreed to do the part, actually. And for about 3 months or so, I had Iggy Pop's name on the picture. And I knew Cameron Crowe, the director at the time, and so that opened some doors for me as well. And I knew John Davison, who was another producer who was from my hometown, and he helped me as well a bit. And anyway, so the film ended up, the screenplay ended up at Nick Wexler's office, who was the producer doing Sex Lies, a videotape at the time. And he liked it and was attempting to raise a couple million for it. And this was all very immediate. After following a very poverty-stricken season in Philadelphia, suddenly I felt very powerful on the top of the world. And so I had this meeting with Nick Wexler, and he said, does anybody have to be associated with this screenplay? And I said, yes, I have to direct it without question. And Sean Irons, my buddy, has to star in it without question. Well, I felt good about my decision, thinking I was standing by my convictions and by my friends' convictions, but I really actually blew the meeting right there. And my entire career changed in that moment. I went home, and because it wasn't going to be happening with the studios, I decided to produce the film myself.
I remember we went to Alaska on a weekend, you know. Blair got us 3 tickets, Sean Irons, the lead, himself and me. And we took off and ended up at Seward, Alaska. And we had this scene, complicated scenes. Some of them aboard ship, and there was a tugboat captain cleaning up his boat. Blair started talking to him, and he said, oh, sure, I'll take you guys out. So here we went out into the ocean, and the dolphins came to play. So I got behind Sean, and we got this wonderful scene of dolphins playing right underneath Sean's nose, as it were. We also got a shot of me as the sea captain. Blair shot me as the captain.
I think part of it being shot all over the place was Blair's idea on how to make a film like this with only a limited budget. And this is, I remember way back when we were in film school, and Blair pitched us the idea at a diner. It was me, Paris Patton, and him. We went out to the diner, and he told us the story about how this professor learns about like there's some other dimension, other source of power in vampirism that, you know, the final frontier that he was going to explore, and that you know, he learned about it while he was in Alaska, and he was, you know, so we're like, Blair, how are you going to shoot this? This is all over the country. And he says, well, that's the whole point. He was like, because if we have different scenes in different parts of the country, then we're going to be able to have, you know, a limited amount of shoots at each location.
I think I was the last one to come to Los Angeles, and I drove across country with my friend Chad, who's also a UB graduate. We come across this, you know, 3-day trip across country. I get out of the car with Chad. We're going, it's just, all we want to do is like hang out, you know, have a couple beers with our friends, and we're here in Los Angeles. Wow, we made the trip, this, that, and the other. Knock on Blair's door, no one answers. What's going on? Boom, we hear things going on. Oh my God, it's a party, you know, it's 6 o'clock, it's great, Los Angeles party. Knock again, nothing. Oh, the door is open, swinging open. They're in the middle of a shot. The door swings open, and you see a film set in Blair's apartment. It's just like, Blair, how you paying for the raincoats hanging up? He's trying to make it look like a ship, that's it.
These yellow slickers were hanging all over his apartment. So I rigged up monofilaments. So I'd pull on one and push on and let the other go, and pretty soon we had this all swaying like this, just like the ship was rocking. And it was very convincing.
I don't even know, I said maybe 2-3 words to Blair, and I think it's just like, oh hey, so you're here, hey come on, hey grab that, can you, oh someone do smoke, Chad can you do smoke, Paris, wave it out there, well actually someone go get us some donuts, and you know, Paris you do the smoke. I was in there in the bathroom, literally knocked on the door. 10 minutes later I'm part of the production. It was a scene where the flare gun gets shot right into the lady's chest, you know, and it was really cool. It was like, oh, we're gonna do this angle and this angle, and they had the flare gun, and there was, you know, smoke filled up the whole bungalow, you know. You know, it was pretty radical, actually.
This is a plastic toy gun that I bought for about $1 and then painted yellow and orange, and then we stuffed with fireworks. And Al Maglachetti, the makeup guy, the special effects guy, threw fireworks at the actress. Al's a genius.
And I just remember thinking to myself, man, this is just what it was like. I mean, this is what it's always going to be like. And it was a great feeling. The fact that something was going on, period, that in and of itself. And, you know, 5 hours, 6 hours after I rolled in on this big cross-country trip, I finally got to go and say, hey, how's it going, Blair? It's like, oh, hey, Paris, welcome to Los Angeles. And that was, you know, hey, great, cool, so things haven't changed. And he's like, no, things are still happening. It's like, all right, on.
My student film, the film that we all worked on together back in Bridgeport, was called Steps. And that was influenced by The Stranger by Camus and Notes from the Underground by Dostoevsky. Anyway, so that just suddenly started winning awards, and suddenly we were being flown to Boston and being put up in hotel suites, and